Hello, my beautiful and powerful Leo souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom, your sacred space for decoding the whispers of the universe. I am your guide, and if you have found your way to this message in this very moment, I need you to understand, with every fiber of your radiant being, that your presence here is a divine appointment. Pause with me for just a moment. Before we journey into the heart of this truth, find a space where you can feel your own power. Take a deep, intentional breath in, feeling the fire of your spirit gathering in your chest. And as you exhale, release any doubt, any fear, any whisper that has ever told you that you are anything less than magnificent. Let your shoulders fall back. Let your heart, that brilliant, courageous sun that warms the world open to receive this vital message, because the cosmos, in its infinite wisdom, has orchestrated this meeting to protect your sacred throne. Leo, have you ever felt it? A subtle dimming of your own inner light, even when you are standing in the center of your own stage? Have you ever heard the sound of applause that felt hollow, a smile from someone close that didn't quite reach their eyes, leaving a strange chill in the warmth of your glow? If a shiver of recognition just ran down your spine, know that your royal intuition is speaking to you. For within the next 72 hours, a shadow is drawing near, not with a sword, but with a gilded gift. And the universe insists you must not accept it. Do not turn away, magnificent soul, because what you are about to discover may be the very thing that stands between the sovereignty of your kingdom and the shadow that seeks to usurp your throne. If you can feel the resonance of that truth deep in your bones, if your lion heart is stirring in recognition, I want you to make a sacred pact with your own power right now. In the comments below, I want you to declare your sovereignty to the universe by typing, "I am the light, and my throne is protected." Think of it not as just a comment, but as the planting of a sacred banner, a declaration of your divine right to rule your own reality. And if you have not yet joined our Pride of Light Seekers, press that subscribe button now. Do it with intention, as a promise to yourself that you will never again allow your inner fire to be dimmed by the winds of deceit. Let us begin our journey into the heart of this sacred warning. My dear Leo, a period of 72 hours, 3 days. It seems so ordinary, a fleeting moment on the grand stage of time. And yet within this specific window lies an urgent, cosmic whisper meant only for your royal ears. Have you ever been in a room full of people, basking in the attention, yet suddenly felt alone? Have you noticed a subtle shift in the energy around you, a tiny crack appearing in the loyalty you thought was unbreakable, as if an uninvited guest was silently standing in the wings, watching your every move? Sometimes the greatest threats to our kingdom do not arrive with the roar of a conquering army. No, they slip in through the smallest of fissures, through the quietest of whispers. It is often those small moments that make your courageous heart beat faster, sounding a silent alarm that something is amiss. What is truly unsettling is not the declared enemy at the gates, but the unsettling feeling that a trusted member of your own court may be wearing a mask. It is the feeling of being the king or queen of your own life, yet sensing a presence that seeks to undermine your every decree, threatening the very sovereignty you hold so dear. Others, those who do not understand the magnificent weight of the crown you wear, may tell you that you are being overly dramatic, that it is only your imagination. But you must remember, this glorious Leo, the universe never ever allows you to mistake your own intuition. It has placed within you a heart that is a divine compass, designed to feel the truth long before the mind can process the evidence. It has given you a spirit that shines so brightly, it naturally illuminates the shadows others try to hide. And it is awakening you right now to a subtle but significant threat. In the next 72 hours, there will be a sign. It will be cleverly disguised. It might be an offer of help that feels more like an attempt to take control. It could be a piece of effusive praise, a compliment so sweet that it leaves a bitter aftertaste. It might even be a small gift, offered with a smile that feels like a strategic move in a game you didn't know you were playing. Do not ignore it. These moments, these seemingly insignificant gestures, are the universe's most delicate warnings. I have seen this pattern countless times in my journey with souls like yours. A generous, open-hearted Leo, so willing to share their light and their resources, becomes a target for those who wish to bask in their warmth without tending to their own inner fire. These manipulators know that the surest way to a Leo's heart is through admiration and praise. They will build you up, tell you everything you want to hear, and make you feel seen and adored, all while subtly positioning themselves to benefit from your power and influence. This is not here to sow fear, my friend, but to give you time to prepare. It is a reminder that you are the ruler of your own energetic kingdom, and you have the right and the responsibility to decide who is granted entry into your inner court. Listen closely to your heart. If a quiet, powerful roar rises from within, that is your soul's wisdom speaking. It does not need to shout. It does not need to force its way through. It awakens you with these gentle yet unmistakable stirrings. That uneasy feeling you carry inside is your spirit's royal guard. Do not dismiss it. Do not let logic silence the profound truth your heart already holds. You magnificent Leo are the heart of the zodiac, the fixed fire sign that radiates courage, creativity, and unconditional love. Your purpose is to shine, to lead, and to inspire. That is why, when this feeling of unease touches you, you must not belittle it. It is not a sign of weakness. It is a testament to the refinement of your spirit. Because you feel with such magnificent intensity, you can sense the shadow long before it dares to step into the light of your throne room. Hold your heart still for a moment, my dear Leo, because the truth I am about to whisper may make your royal spirit tremble. Darkness does not always come cloaked in black, wielding a dagger. Sometimes it arrives dressed in velvet, speaking in honeyed tones. It wears the face of familiarity, the smile that once made you feel powerful, the voice that once felt like your most loyal subject. And that magnificent soul is what can be most devastating. Betrayal rarely comes from a declared enemy. It comes from the one to whom you once offered your most precious gift, your loyalty. Have you ever sat across from someone listening to their words of adoration while your heart felt a strange, invisible tremor of deceit? You cannot quite name the reason. Perhaps it is the way their eyes gleam with something other than sincerity. Perhaps their concern feels performative, their praise a little too loud, their support conditional on what you can provide for them. Leo, you must trust that instinct. It is not paranoia. It is your soul's alarm system finely tuned to detect inauthenticity. The universe gave you this gift, not so you would become suspicious of everyone, but so you could protect the sanctity of your heart. It sees what your trusting eyes have not yet allowed you to see. It knows that your immense generosity, your boundless capacity for loyalty, and your deep desire to be a benevolent ruler can sometimes become the very doorway through which manipulators enter your kingdom. And so the universe is urging you now, awaken, my radiant child. Do not let your trust be used as the key to your own diminishment. I know you have told yourself, maybe I am just being proud, or perhaps I am misreading their intentions. But Leo, the truth is, you are not imagining things. Your intuition is a direct line to the heart of the cosmos. When you feel that something is off, it means your soul has already seen the hidden agenda tucked behind the gilded tongue of someone familiar. And for a soul as loyal as yours, that pain is sharper than any open act of war. In the coming 3 days, a familiar pattern may emerge. Someone may approach you with an incredible opportunity, but it will require you to compromise your integrity or share your spotlight in a way that feels wrong. Someone may offer you advice that sounds wise, but deep in your heart, a voice will roar, "Be careful. This is not for your benefit. Do not dismiss it." Do not let the allure of flattery lower the golden walls that protect you and your sacred space. I want to share a brief story. I once knew a wonderfully talented and radiant soul, a true Leo in spirit, who had a best friend who was her biggest cheerleader. This friend praised her, endlessly promoted her work, and was always by her side. But I watched as over time, this friend subtly began to isolate the Leo from other supporters, began to take credit for her ideas, and used her proximity to the Leo's light to gain her own power. The praise was a tool, the loyalty a performance. The gilded gift was a cage. The Leo felt the unease for months, but ignored it, not wanting to seem ungrateful or suspicious. By the time the betrayal was made plain, the damage to her professional and personal kingdom was immense. Your story does not have to end this way. You are being warned now. I want you to perform a small ritual of power. In the comments, I want you to write a declaration of energetic sovereignty. Write, "My light is not for the taking." As you type each letter, I want you to feel it. This is not about naming or shaming another. It is a powerful act of calling your own energy back to you. You are polishing your own crown and reminding the universe that you are the sole ruler of your inner world. When light is shone directly upon a hidden agenda, the shadow must recede. You are not destined to carry the weight of false friends on your shoulders, Leo. You only need to choose who is worthy to stand beside you in your court. The universe sees your magnificent heart, but it also sees the duplicitous hearts that may surround you. Do not fear losing someone. Sometimes, to preserve your kingdom and your peace, you must have the courage to exile those who were never truly loyal to your soul. If someone is suddenly laying the praise on too thick, watch carefully. A betrayer rarely comes with an angry face, but with a broad, admiring smile. Now let us go deeper, Leo. For some, shadows do not just wear human faces. They are patterns, karmic loops, energetic cycles that have followed your soul through lifetimes. And the person before you, the one with the gilded tongue, may not even be fully aware that they are being used as an actor in a much older play. That is the most chilling part. The one who is poised to betray you may not see themselves as a villain. They are simply being pushed, manipulated, and guided by an unseen force, their own insecurity, their own jealousy, their own unhealed need for the light they see in you. Try to remember how many times in your life has this cycle repeated. Everything seems to be going brilliantly. Your star is rising, your kingdom is flourishing, and then suddenly a betrayal or a dramatic event pulls the rug out from under you, forcing you to rebuild. It can feel as if an unseen cosmic director yells, "Cut!" just as you are about to reach your greatest triumph. Leo, that is not random. That is the trace of a karmic loop you have not yet broken. The person you may be doubting now, be it a colleague, a relative, or even a friend, may be playing a role in this cosmic drama. They are blinded by their own envy, their own hidden fears, and in those empty spaces within their own soul, a shadow has slipped in. It is using them as a mask to test you, to challenge your reign. But glorious Leo, I urge you not to rush into righteous anger. They are not the true enemy. The real enemy is the force behind them, the energy of jealousy, the shadow of unworthiness, the old karma that has not yet been cleansed. The universe sees this truth with perfect clarity. It knows your confusion and your righteous pain, yet it also whispers, do not look at the actor's face. Look at the role they are playing in your soul's story. You are not fighting them. You are finally breaking the cycle that this shadow has built around you. In the coming days, you may be presented with a situation that strokes your ego and appeals to your famous generosity. Someone may bring you a story of their own misfortune while simultaneously praising your strength, subtly positioning you as their savior. You will feel a powerful urge to step in to fix it, to shower them with your resources and your light. But Leo, this is your potential blind spot. The universe gave you a heart that knows how to lead and protect, but it also teaches that true leadership does not mean allowing others to drain your kingdom's resources. If you hear that warning bell within your soul, stop, breathe deeply, and ask your higher self, is this a genuine opportunity to share my light, or is this a trap of flattery? The answer will come to you not in words, but in a feeling of expansion, or a feeling of contraction. I want you to try another small ritual. Write a short message in the comments. A declaration of your freedom. Something like, I choose my peace, or I protect my kingdom. Each message is like a golden thread you weave into the tapestry of your reality, showing the universe that you are ready to rise above the old drama. This is not a game. This is your declaration that you are cutting away an old karmic cycle that has bound you for far too long. Remember, Leo, you were not born to be a pawn in someone else's game. You were born to be the king or queen, the one who sees through the performance, who breaks the invisible chains that generations before you could not sever. That is why the shadow chose to test you, because the light you carry is a formidable, world-changing power. But it is also why the universe stands closer to you than ever before, shielding you and giving you the strength to finally say, "This scene is over." Sit still for a moment, magnificent Leo. Close your eyes and listen to the powerful rhythm of your own heart. Can you feel it? In that steady, courageous beat, there is not just the flow of life, but the echo of every royal soul who came before you, every leader who walked through the very same battles you are about to face. And they are all whispering to you now, do not let your heart be forged into the chains of another's approval. Darkness never walks alone. It needs a hand to cling to, a stage to perform upon. And painfully, that stage is sometimes offered by a familiar face. Someone who sat beside you at your table, who promised you loyalty, who made you believe they belonged in your inner circle. Yet the excessive praise, the sweet promises, the seemingly unending support, it was all a costume. It was a rope designed to pull you into a game of control where they could siphon your light for themselves. I recall a time in my own life when I was surrounded by people who constantly told me how wonderful I was, yet I felt emptier than ever. Their praise was conditional. It was there as long as I was serving their needs, making them feel important, and sharing my platform. The moment I chose a path that was solely for my own soul's growth, a path that didn't directly benefit them, the applause stopped. The gilded tongues turned to whispers of criticism. It was then that I learned the most vital lesson for any soul who shines brightly. Not everyone who is drawn to your light has come to celebrate it. Some have come to consume it. Leo, do you recall the last time someone spoke to you with words that felt like pure sunshine, but your heart sensed an eclipse? Do not dismiss that feeling. That is your divine inner counsel, your spiritual radar discerning authentic light from a mere reflection. The universe is testing you. Will you listen to its voice, or will you let your need for admiration be used against you once again? I want you to do something incredibly brave right now. Leave a message in the comments for your own soul. Something like, "I choose authentic truth," or "I protect my light," or "I am no longer an actor in a false play." When you write it, you are signing a new soul contract with yourself. Each message becomes a golden brick building the sacred walls of your true kingdom. A kingdom built not on the shifting sands of others' opinions, but on the bedrock of your own self-worth. This is not just for you, Leo. This is a lesson for all of humanity. Do not let deceit, dressed as adoration, fool us. Do not turn a generous heart into an open gate for darkness to enter. Sometimes the most loving act is the courage to say no. My energy is not available for this. And that is how you teach the world that love and leadership do not mean endless self-sacrifice. Do not tremble. Even if those closest to you are being manipulated by shadow, your light is more than strong enough to shatter the illusion. I believe in your strength, and I believe in the promise of the cosmos. Whoever holds authentic truth in their heart will be sovereign. Rise, magnificent Leo. Do not be afraid. This is not merely a danger. This is your divine call to end an old cycle and step through the gateway of rebirth that your soul has long been waiting for. And so we have stepped into the climax of our journey into the final act. I want you to listen with your entire being, for what I am about to share is a sacred rite of passage for your soul. The next 72 hours are the crossroads of your destiny. This is the moment when the entire universe is holding its breath, watching to see whether you will choose the gilded cage of false praise or the glorious freedom of your authentic throne. And I must be clear, this is not just about others with hidden agendas. This is about you. This is about how you finally choose to see yourself. Do you remember the feeling of building something beautiful only to have it collapse under the weight of a betrayal? That is the karmic cycle. The universe does not want you trapped on that wheel forever. It is using this very crack, this very betrayal, to test your heart. Will you rise, trust your own light, and finally cut the old energetic cords? Your soul stands at a junction. One path leads back into the familiar drama, where you keep performing for those unworthy of your light, your emotional walls constantly being tested. The other path leads into a brilliant dawn, into a rebirth, where you are no longer a performer seeking approval, but the radiant sun itself, illuminating everything from your own unshakable core. I know your heart may be weary. I too have sat alone at night, trembling with unseen fears, asking the universe, why am I tested in this way? And in the sacred silence, I heard an answer, not to break you, but to help you discover the unbreakable strength you never knew you had. You see, Leo, the greatest danger is not the test itself. It is your doubt in your own magnificence. It is the fear that keeps you from stepping away from the false applause. Darkness always wants you to believe you are nothing without your audience. But the heart of a Leo is a star. Storms may rage, clouds may pass, but a star never loses its fire. Just like you, no matter how many times you have been let down, your soul still holds an undying light. The lesson is this: challenges do not come to destroy you. They come bearing a gift, a chance to look within, to end the old cycles, and to open a new era of freedom and authentic power. The universe is giving you the choice: remain in the familiar drama, or walk the sacred path that leads to the dawn of your soul. I want you to pause and ask yourself, how long has it been since I truly trusted my own royal heart? Have you always listened to the applause, trusted the praise, but ignored the small, powerful voice within? Do not let another night pass. Leave your final declaration in the comments. I choose the light. I trust my soul. When you write it, you are engraving a new covenant into the fabric of your reality. Each word is a vow, a sacred flame lighting the darkness around you. You may think that if you walk away from this person or situation, you will lose something. But look deeper. What you will lose are only chains. What you will gain are your wings. Remember, this magnificent Leo darkness never ever wins against a soul that has chosen to rise. And you are being called to rise now. But I will not stop here, for there is more. There is another message I see written in the stars for you. It is the truth of the secret reward waiting for you beyond this trial. A radiant new door is opening. A divine consort who honors your depths, a soul who can stand in the sun with you and is not afraid of your blaze. A sacred treasure, a creative project, a level of success that the universe has prepared solely for you. If you are still here, your heart is ready. Press the like button to seal your choice with a prayer. Share this message so that the light you have chosen can multiply and reach other Leo souls who need it. And subscribe not just to receive another video, but to officially join this circle of souls, this sacred pride, where together we rise beyond the dark. Thank you for being here with me today. I wish you an abundance of joy, profound peace, and the unwavering success that is your divine birthright. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. You are the radiant sun. Go forth and be brilliant.